It's important that we begin by acknowledging we are gathered here in the ancestral territories of the Haudenosaunee and Anishinaabe people. It's also important to acknowledge the incredible work of ATU 107's president, Eric Tuck. When we talk about organizing in the streets, I say, don't tell me about your politics, show me. And the only way that we can create change in this hall or at Queen's Park or in Ottawa is to organize the way that you guys are organizing here today. The way that you guys organized at the festivals, in the streets, door to door, street to street, neighborhood to neighborhood, calling on your friends and family, calling on your neighbors to protect our institutions. We need leadership. We need leadership that has courage. I am so proud to be here today with one of my sisters, Monique Taylor, member of Provincial Parliament for Hamilton Mountain. I am so proud to be here with my brothers and sisters from 1005, from CUPE, from OPSU, from all the unions that are here standing in solidarity. Standing in solidarity for what is ours. For 100 years, the ATU has connected us across this city, has driven us to work, has dropped us off at school, and carried us home to our families. I know that because every step along the way in my life, I have taken the bus and HSR, whether it was the 41 Mohawk to Westview Middle School, or the 5 Delaware here to work today. I am proud of the sisters and brothers of ATU, and I am proud of the HSR. And for the past decade, we have researched and reported and voted on steps for a massive transition in how we will move public transit forward in this city. We talked about how this wasn't moving people from point A to point B, but how this could move a city forward. And throughout this process, we have determined the what in understanding that LRT provided us with an opportunity. We sold it on the community benefits. I put my name on the good paying jobs and careers that it would bring to this city. We articulated the strong reason why, because we understand that the car culture is coming to an end. We understand that climate change is real. We understand that public transit in this city has been a class conversation for decades. We understand that when we fought for a bus lane with 1,200 people in one lane, that it equaled the 3 lanes of 1,200 people in cars. We understand that our working class cannot afford the increased cost of insurance, the increased cost of fuel, that this is not a choice for many people moving across this city. We understood that the beeline opportunity was the gem, the diamond of our HSR system. We understood that it needed to be along that corridor. These are all things that we have had conversations about over the last 10 years. And every step along the way, I have supported this project for those reasons. And I was told that in big infrastructure projects, the information becomes available in phases. I was told that we would have a conversation around the environmental assessment and we would focus on those issues. I was told that during the phase of procurement, we would talk about the 2 remaining questions of how and most importantly who. And so last October, when Councillor Jackson directed staff to report back on the options available for HSR and ATU. I supported that in good faith. I negotiated with Metrolinx in good faith. When we talked about community benefits agreements, we've been operating in good faith. Well, here we are today. And I am so proud that in a conversation as divisive as this project has been, there has been one point that most of us can agree on. And that has been this newfound faith, this renewed faith in our HSR. Where I have heard councillors from the past who may or may not have supported public transit state that they do so today. Where we have had new councillors who, even if they didn't support the projects, still support the HSR. So much so. So much so that one of the councillors who first out of the gate to support this motion with me here today is my friend across the table, Councillor Doug Connolly, who will be seconding my motion here today. We are in a phase where we have decided to move forward. We are in a phase where today, as a city councillor, we can move beyond the divisions and bring this city together for a once-in-a-lifetime $1 billion infrastructure project, not in a train, but in public transit. And that is why we are here today. That is why when you are at the doorsteps of Hamiltonians, it doesn't matter whether they support the project or not, there has been a resounding and unanimous support that when we move forward, we need to move forward in solidarity with ATU, and we need to move forward to keep transit public. And my commitment to you, sisters and brothers, this should be no surprise for those people out there who are trying to create confusion. When I stood before you in the fall, and when you talked about 100 years of service, and you reminded us about 1906, and I told you then, as I tell you now, there are no passengers on this bus. We're all going to ride together. Thank you.